everybody, and welcome to my show. Today, my name is Kelly, and we will be making paper beads. And paper beads are really fun because you don't have to have many supplies. You can do them with magazines, you can do them with scrapbook paper, you can do them with napkins, you can do them with so many different things, textbook. And I'm going to show you a few of them. I'm going to show you a few cool ideas on how to decorate them. If you're like me, you have bought, put a flower in it. You have bought scrapbook paper that you either have looked at and maybe threw up a little bit in your mouth at, or is just not your gig, not your thing, doesn't go with anything you use. As a mixed media artist, I use all kinds of paper. I run straight for clearance paper and buy whatever they have on clearance, and you can sometimes get paper for 10 cents a piece. Unless it's like a holiday type paper, like specifically for Christmas or a holiday, I won't buy it because sometimes it's hard to cover and I like to have some of it showing through. But this is just really cool. So I thought, how fun. I think it's great as adults because you can, I mean, your mind is the only thing, like I always tell you, Annie and I both tell you, like when she does her videos on her YouTube, which at the end of the live show, I'm going to have everybody put their links into their YouTubes or their websites or whatever. But she does on her YouTube, she does Wednesday art journaling day and everything else. I mean, you use what you have. And you just learn as you do. And I totally lost my train of thought of why I was saying that, so it wouldn't be any different if it wasn't me. Okay, let me check questions and see. Yeah, I don't buy holiday paper because, like I said, if I'm doing, especially if I'm doing a mixed media project, Annie's more, I love art journaling, but Annie's more of the, I don't want to, what word do I want to say like professional art journal, but she's like, she got that mind, like she's an art journaler. Do you know what I mean? And I love art journaling, but my mind gets stunted. I love watching art journal videos, and I will do it, but I like working on canvases or bigger paper or finding new techniques and stuff like that. But these beads and everything can be used for anything. Because I already have a project in my head that I'm going to do with these, which I won't share here, but maybe I'll make a video after it's done. But, you know, so I don't know. Any questions before I start? Hi, Mandy. A journal artist? Yeah. Yeah, journal artist. Yeah, I couldn't think what word I wanted to say, like how to explain you, because you, Annie, you're an art journaler. But yeah, journal artist, that sounds good. I'll have to try to remember that or keep asking you. What was that word that you said that, okay. Alright, so I just want to make sure I'm saying hello to everybody, and then we shall take the camera down. And here we go. And we're going, and we're going, and I'm going to bring it down as low as I can without it falling. If it falls, I'm sorry. Okay. My light needs to move just a little bit. Okay. Hey, Tam. Thanks for coming, everybody. Yeah, Annie does awesome art journals. I love doing them, but they just, I don't have much creativity when it comes to them, if that makes sense. It's like I do these little mixed media projects in it, and then, what am I doing? Making, oh, it's because I have my thing up. Okay, so, let's do this. Let me get a piece of white paper and show you these two right now. Now, these are two beads that I made, and I am going to hold them up so you can see. Yeah, paper, you will see, and you will look at things and paper so differently, and then the applications that you can put on them as you roll. This I made on the end of and you can see how thick it is, on a end of a paintbrush. And then I put UT on it, which I will show you what that is. And it was my iridescent one that I had sitting here. And it just gives it a really cool look. And which I didn't get to do last night. I wanted to dip the ends in it. Let's see if it clears up here. Come on, baby. To make those a little bit thicker. But you can also cut that off. So if you do a bead, before we start, if you do a bead and you want to cut some of it off to make it more even, you can also do that. And this, of course, is the start of a bead. Now I can reheat this because of the UT, and UT is, I've done other things with it. This is the interference blue that I use. This is ultra thick embossing enamel, and it is by Melt Art. And you can get this anywhere. Also, I'm going to try today some embossing powder and see how that works. Now this one is my favorite. And these are pieces of magazines. This one's much smaller. If we focus, there we go. And you can see, I have a piece of UT right there. You can see how, well, if I got my finger out of the way, why are we not focusing? There we go. That is the bead. And you really can't see how glossy it is. But look how cool that is, that bead. Very, very cool. Let me see if I put it on my little pokey thing. If I can twirl it. Let's see. See that? And as you twirl it, and this has clear UT on it. And this is magazine paper, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And this is, look at the colors in that. Absolutely gorgeous. So those are two things that I did ahead of time just to show you so you get an idea. Now, here we're going to go. I went into my magazines, and we all have magazines. And that'll be for later. This is for this. This is for this. I found this great. I don't even know what it is. It was an advertisement. I have this that came from a magazine. You can tell how well I teared it out because I just tore it out, not teared it. Hello, Lily. Welcome. My little drumline girl. Okay. Okay, so I tore this out, and I tore this out. And as you can see, what I made from those two came from this. Now this is basically black, and this, you could definitely do black, all black. And we're going to cut, and we're going to do a few of these. I also took a piece of paper from a notebook, and I just slapped some paint on it. And we all have pieces of paper in our mixed media journal, or mixed media paper, or printer paper I use, or cardstock, or whatever, that we just slap extra paint on so we don't waste it. And this is what this is. So if you don't have magazines and you don't have other things that I'm going to show you, just take a piece of cheap-ass notebook paper, slap 3-4 different colors of paint on it. It doesn't even matter. Do one color, do two color, whatever you want. And acrylic, watercolor, does not matter. And we're going to do that. Also, we're going to play and see what we can do with a napkin, just because I am like that. And then I have 2 pieces of scrapbook paper, a nice pink piece, which I thought would be cool, and a gold piece. Will we get to all of them? I don't know. And also, some tape. Now, if you don't have, this is a Martha Stewart brand, but if you don't have tape, like this, you can use your masking tape, which is as thick as this. You can also, which I did not do, but if you all saw Annie's show last week, I'm almost positive it was last week, Annie. You're going to have to help me on the memory there. Where she got the duct tape laminate or duct tape something. I can't recall what it is because I don't have it yet. And she made transfers. And I thought, oh, how awesome would that be? Especially because I'm going to save me these this piece right here. Because I want to get me that duct tape laminate and I want to make it with this and then roll it into a bead. Can you imagine how awesome that would look? So, and I would not do all the black. I would kind of stick with just this colored area. But anyway, we shall put that away. But yeah, so, hi, Bridget. The week before. Okay. What was it called, Annie? What was it? Was it duct tape laminate? I can't remember. Because you know I'm going to be walking through Staples like a moron, like, you know, looking for things. Last week was the apples, you're right. But you remember it's clear duct tape? No, she had something else. She used something specific, Annie did. Duct tape adhesive laminate, yes. Which I will never remember. I'll go to the duct tape aisle and look like a moron and come home with 5 different things and none of them will be it. Okay. All right. So it is a laminate. Awesome. Oh, I have 26 people. How exciting. If you can hear me, guys, if you're a guest and you're not under the chat, chatting with us, all you have to do is sign in, and if you're not signed up, sign up under Ustream.tv, confirm it in your email, and then follow me and follow Corner in the Bedroom Studios, which is Annie, and you can get in and chat and have a blast. And okay, so there's so many different ways to do this. Let me pick up my white paper. I have problems with my hands, and most of you know that. I have RA and fibro, and I know a lot of you have as well, or have carpal tunnel, or what have you. So it can be hard to do, you know, smaller kind of projects. So bear with me, because this is something that you'll have to do, you do on your own. And I'm going to show you a few ways that I do it. And, you know, some make sense, some might not. Some you might think, what the hell is she doing? But I think you guys think of that about me anyway half the time when I do things. So let's just take this piece of paper. Yeah, Staples. Staples send it. Yes, that is Kathy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Oh my goodness. I got 27 viewers. I should have put my Depends on. I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm going to move my camera up just a little bit. There's my Mickey Mouse shirt. I got it at the Walmart. I'm just saying. Love the Walmart. Okay. And Annie, you got to teach me how to make you moderator, because I don't understand how to do that. Okay. So here we have, we're just going to use our black piece of paper. And you can see it's kind of cut in that kind of form. This is how I'm doing this one. And what you want to do, I do it backwards, I think. I don't know how most people do it. And this is going to be a thick one, but I'm going to cut a point up here. And you kind of want to make it get a little larger as you get down. Now, this is a very long piece, as you can see. Now you can use this as your bead depending on what you're using it for. I'm going to cut off probably right there, just so you see. And then I'm going to move everything so you guys can see. And bear with me. We got snow today. My body's like, we got snow today. Okay, so here we are. We have our piece of paper. Now, this is how I cut it. You want a bigger end at the bottom, and you kind of want it to taper to a point at the end. Now, if you want an even sharper point at the end, cut it so it's a sharper point. Well, anyway, we'll see. Yeah, okay, you get it. You see what I'm saying. First, for those who do not have a tool, like I have this pointy thing. Can you see it? It's a pointy thing. I don't exactly know what it's for. I bought it. It's a pointy thing. I don't know. If not, you can use a knitting needle, which maybe I'll use that first. Everybody have a knitting needle or what have you. And then I take my favorite thing in the world. Now, if you don't have a glue stick, use Mod Podge. Use matte medium. Use gel medium. Use whatever you have, whatever kind of glue you have. I love Elmer's Extreme glue stick, but there are a million glue sticks out there. And I go like this. And I just run it down real quick. My husband just turned his music up because he's working, and I guess I'm loud. Gee, did anybody see that one coming? Now, for this one, I'm going to take it and I'm going to just bend it over. I like the, I want to say striated, but I don't know what word it is. So I'm just going to roll it and I'm going to hold it tight and just roll tight. And you can see, hopefully, I just keep rolling. And I want to kind of keep my paper in the, you know, in the same area. And I'm just going to hold on to it with this finger and roll. And pull it tight and roll. And roll. And roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And if you see yourself going off track a little bit, it's not a big deal. Just bring yourself back, move your paper over. This is a little longer than maybe. And you see, I let go and it like unwound. So what? Put it back on and just keep going. Because life isn't perfect. And we'll do a really cool technique on this. Now we're getting to the end, as you can see. And there's a piece of cat hair on there, so that's always fun. And then just keep rolling it and rolling it and rolling it. And then I like to put a little bit more glue on that end and roll it until it gets there. And hold it for a second. And there we are. All right, little end. I put tons of glue on you. Okay. And if you're lucky like me, you get a piece of cat hair in there or dog hair. And that is just magical. The heat gun will kill that. Okay. This little end doesn't want to end, like doesn't want to stick. So I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on there. And stick it on. And stick it on. There we go. Okay. So now we have this. And I'm going to move it off. And as you move it off, you'll see you get this cool looking bead. And it's all black. Now you can push this end in a little bit if you want, but I'm just going to kind of cut it off. And you probably want to use sharper scissors than I have. And this is a really cool bead. It's just black. Sometimes you get that. Let me see here. Hi, Sue. Oh, okay, the pokey tool. Oh my gosh, yes. Toothpicks work great. I have bamboo skewers that work great. I mean, you can use anything. The thing is I would have to find them all, and I don't know what I did with them all. But yeah, bamboo skewers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What makes Elmer's Extreme better than a regular Elmer's glue stick? I don't know. It grabs better for me, and it's just what I use. I don't know. I have the blue Elmer's glue sticks. I have just extra strength glue sticks. I just love Elmer's Extreme. Yeah, I just happen to love it, and when I go to buy it, I buy it. So I don't know, but I do have other glue sticks from Elmer's of different types. Hi, Lynn! Lindsay Crafts. Yeah, I think it's more of a preference of what you like. Do you know what I mean? So this is just a small paper bead. Now, what can you do with it? I know a lot of you guys don't have, this is clear, but I know a lot do not have ultra thick embossing powder. So I'm going to wait and do a different one with that. But I thought, okay, what kind of fun can we have if you don't have that? Well, you can put it on your bamboo skewer or whatever you want to use to paint. And something I love is, and I didn't grab it and I will in a minute, I love the dimensional fabric paints. And I picked up a green and a pink. I can't think. So I thought on black, how cool. My cat must have got up on my desk because I can see her hair. Okay, so for this is really hard to show these little things. You just kind of go and put some dots. And it kind of looks, and I'm only going to do the half of it, and it kind of makes it look faux glass. Now, once it's dry, if you have embossing powder, you can do that. If not, use your Mod Podge. Use your white school glue. Use, if you have glossy accents, if you have a clear spray or a clear, what's it called, Mod Podge, or, you know, glossy rather, not clear. And then you can make these really cool looking. At least they're cool to me. And it changes the whole vibe of the... I'm going to leave this dry for a second, and we'll go on to the next paper. But look how cool. Now, I would have to do the other side, obviously, but... so then you have something like this, and at the end, I might emboss it. I don't know. I might just leave it like that and do a clear coat over it to make it look glossy, or leave it like this. But you have this really, really cool. So imagine making 2 of these and then making earrings with them. I mean, putting a bead that goes on the top, a bead that goes on the bottom, putting your eye pin through, which I'll show you in a bit, and you have really cool earrings. And for little girls, these bright colors, the neon colors, are so in. So that is one thing to do if you don't have, you know, if you want to decorate it. And if you don't have that, you can use, all right, don't roll, just sit. If you don't have that, you can use, which I'll use next, is the glitter. I know a lot of us don't have the stickles, you know, the ones that come up like, but you can use your glitter glue the same way. So let's use a different piece of paper. Let's use our paper that we made if you don't have anything else. And let's just cut it. I just cut it kind of at an angle so it gives you more to cut off of. And since this is where the end will be, I'm going to cut it up to a point. I'm not going to worry about that little dinghy there. And then we have our paper. How waterproof are those? If you seal it with a Mod Podge or a gel medium, or you seal it, it's waterproof. As they are right now. I mean, if you're going to wear them as earrings or on a necklace, I mean, I would just tell you to throw a coat of Mod Podge over them. I mean, what do you think, Annie? Hey, Gabriella. Oh, I got 31 viewers. I feel so blessed. Yeah, I wouldn't do clear nail polish because I will tell you, I bought this ring. My husband and I and my daughter bought these rings. And what they are coins made into rings. And we got the year that my son was born, which was 1991. And I'm not really thrilled with the quality of these. And I put clear nail polish on it. And especially over the birth date. And it starts to wear off. It's not... Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I think Mod Podge would work. Yeah, Mod Podge would work great. We all have a form of... even a white school glue would work because you want to seal it. And you're not going to be, like, decked out in this and then, like, running in the... I don't know. At least I wouldn't be running out in the rain or wearing it in a shower. But that's me. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you get dressed up to take a shower. Maybe some people do. I'm not claiming to be the diva. Okay, so this is our paper that we made. And I'm just going to roll it up same way. This is on the paintbrush end. And I'm going to take it off and pull it back that way a bit. And try to keep it as on point as I can. And once you do a couple of these, you'll know. Like, you'll get the hang of it and you'll know. And because I use a glue stick, and you don't have to use a glue stick to do this part either. You can do Mod Podge, you can do whatever you want. Whatever sticky substance you like. If you like Mod Podge, slather that on there and do it. If you like Collage Podge or matte medium, it doesn't matter. Alright, now that's where my paper was ripped, but I'm not going to care because I'm just going to stick it where it was and keep rolling it. And that makes a pretty awesome bead. And if you have little pieces sticking up, you can glue them down. It's not a big deal. And then I'm going to squiggle it off. Yep, I said I'm going to squiggle it off. Okay, hands, let's get to working. And then we have, and that is just a piece of notebook paper. Hi, Dixie! 32 viewers. I feel so blessed. We are the luckiest girls. Okay. So I can see like there's like this little piece that came off there and like that needs glued down. This is a piece of notebook paper and I'm going to show you the notebook. This is my grocery list that I sat my cup of coffee on, as you can see. I pulled it out of here, threw paint on it. And look, you got a beautiful bead. And that is just throwing. Ustream's really freezing today for some reason. I mean, how cool is that? That is just regular paper, so you don't have to worry that you don't have scrapbook paper or anything to that point. Now, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sorry, I had text coming in. This is absolutely gorgeous, and this is just a piece of notebook paper. And look at that. That is just extra paint. Now, let's do this. Let's take some Mod Podge. Okay, Kelly, where's your Mod Podge? Mod Podge. Okay. Yeah, got it. Mod Podge. Mod Podge. let's just do it for the sake of doing it. And then when we're done, it'll be dry. And then if anything works with me today instead of against me, we will be in luck. Okay, gonna take a little bit of Mod Podge. I'm gonna stick this on this for now. And I'm gonna coat it. Let's coat it. Now this is acrylic paint I used on here, not watercolor, but you can definitely use whatever you want. You know, or whatever pages you have. Just know when you go to put the sealant on that it will, watercolor will run. Which could give you a great effect too. Alright, I'm with this piece down. Sit down there, baby. Look, it's like a tool. If I was on camera, you'd see. That little piece was saying hello, and I said no, goodbye. Alright, so now we have this. Covered in Mod Podge. We're going to do the ends there, do the ends down here. I'm going to pop it off onto my mat to dry. And we shall see. Now, maybe I'll roll one up since I got the Mod Podge out. Let's try something that's even cooler, like this piece of gold scrapbook paper. Now, maybe I don't want to use it all because I like this and I'm going to use it in something else. So I only cut the corner off. And what I'll do is, I'll cut this way since I have my point. I will just cut it going backwards, making it bigger, 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 bigger. And you can see, this is just my gold piece. Hey, Tiff. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything or anybody. Kathy, oh my goodness. I got 31 views. I'm peeing my pants with the viewers. I'm just saying. Thank you, everybody. So this is Mod Podge. So let's say you don't want a glue stick. You say, ooh, I don't like glue sticks. I don't like doing that. Okay. So I'm going to put some Mod Podge on, since I have it out. And you will always have to probably redo the end little poopy part right there, that little boopy that sticks out. And then I'm going to take my, I want it to be a thinner bead. So I'll take the thinnest, you can use the thinnest, which I have many. You can use the thinnest paintbrush you have, your skewer, whatever you have. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to stick it on here. And I'm going to roll it around there tight. And then I'm just going to roll it. And hold on to it and roll it. Okay, we're going to roll. Let's roll. I don't remember it being this hard in high school to roll anything. Okay. Okay. Mod Podge made it much wetter than I wanted, but we're going to get it because I don't like being beat by a piece of paper and glue. There we go. Okay, so I'm rolling it and I'm pulling it this way. And I'm rolling it. And I'm rolling it. And we're rolling. And we're rolling. And you kind of want to keep this as much in the middle as you can, so that point goes to the middle. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. And this itself looks like, see, now I need a little bit more Mod Podge on the end. I'm going to keep rolling it. So there we go. Now, for me, Mod Podge was much harder. For you, it might be simpler. I'm just going to squeeze these little ends in a little bit to see if I can kind of maneuver them in a little bit more. And if not, I can leave it like they are. poke through one more time. So the holes go through. And then you have your gold. And that's with Mod Podge. Hi, Marilyn. Yep, you can use book pages, newsprint. You can use whatever you want. I didn't grab a piece of book print, which I meant to. But I figured you'd get the point. But yeah, you can definitely use book print. So now let's say we have this little gold, cute little bead. Ustream's really freezing on my end. I don't know. And you have this little gold bead. Now I don't like this little thing on the end right here. So I'm going to just give it a little trim. It's just because I don't like it. Now what I'm going to do is, and I know since most people have glitter, I'm going to glitter this up. And I'm going to put some Mod Podge on, or you can use your glue stick, whatever you want. And I'm only going to do where we could see right now. And put your glue on there. And then pick some glitter. What color would go good with gold? Maybe I'll just do white. And then just sprinkle. Some of your glitter on there. I'm going to throw in the garbage because I don't have. And then you have a very cool, look how cool that is, glittered piece. Now I didn't do the back because of the thing, but you can glitter it up. So that's something else you can do. And you just lay there, little friend. Okay. All right, goodbye, Cole. Okay, so that is something that if you have scrapbook paper, and here's another piece that you can continue cut and make a few beads from. Now, we have our napkin. Let's play, shall we? Now, I'm going to assume that I'm going to use a bigger, I'll probably use my knitting needle, or if you don't have that, use your paintbrush, or whatever you have. I don't know. I'm going to keep both layers on so I don't cut it. It makes it a little thicker. And I don't know. I've not done napkins before, so we shall see. And I'm not trying to get any particular part of this. Do you know what I mean? I'll be cutting I can cut these birds out and use them in mixed media. I could take the pieces apart and do tissue paper, you know, with the other parts of the tissue paper. I'm going to cut this just a little bit more. And you could probably do beads with both of these. If my hands would just work correctly, it would be good. Okay. Let's just pretend. Because in my world, we just pretend that everything is okay. Alright. So, I'm going to use a thicker one for this. I think I will do the Mod Podge for this one. Because I have it sitting here. And I think the glue stick would be... Oh, learn how to put your brushes in the water before the Mod Podge dries. Tip of the day. Alright, I'm just going to run it down because I'm going to be putting more on there anyway. It's just to help that congeal. Go in the water. Okay. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to stick it on. I'm going to roll it around. So it's on there good. And start rolling. And turn it. I have better luck turning it my way. And then rolling. But for you, it might be completely different. I don't know. I can just kind of hold and then go. And plus, for me, it can help it get tighter. Now, If I was doing the napkin one, I would definitely Mod Podge it or UT it, which I'm going to probably UT it. Emboss it, rather. And we're just going around and around. Now we're getting to that end part. Just going to use my glue stick real quick because it's out. I'm going to throw the glue on there. I'm going to go around and around and around. And yes, it's puffy, and yes, yes, yes. I'm going to give it a squeeze. Take it off. And there are some little bits and pieces I'll trim before I show you. Nothing wrong with that. And if you need to put your piece back in to make sure the ends are open, do so. And I'll show you this before I emboss it. And then this is our napkin. Now, here's the thing. This is really, really cool, and I really, really love it. But obviously, you really have to Mod Podge it or whatever because it is paper. And it's not regular scrapbook paper, it's paper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some embossing. This is Perfect Pearls, perfect medium embossing stuff. And I'm going to roll this on here, all over it. And I don't know how much we'll get on here because I can't push too hard. I probably should have kept my thing in there. Let's put him in there. Will he go in there? Go in there, little friend. Alright, this is what I'm going to do. And this is putting my... Now, the Frugal Crafter mentions you can use glycerin. I've not done that yet, so I don't know. But I'm just getting my embossing, clear embossing on here. And you can use whatever you want. I'm going to use my clear Ultra Embossing Powder, but there is copper colors. There's this glittery one. I don't know if it has a... It's called Red Dragon. But for this one, I'm just going to do clear. And you should really dip it and then, like, do it off. But this is the way I'm doing it. There's a professional way, I'm sure, to do this. I'm not professional, so I like to just stick it in. I'm a stick it in kind of girl. Get the work done. And then we're going to emboss it. And this is with my heat gun. And you need a heat gun to emboss. And you can see it turn into liquid. I'm just going to run it around one more time. Now, something else you can do is do a couple coats. This is like one coat. Ustream's like freezing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's freezing, and then I don't know. That's one coat. And then I'm going to dip in for one more coat while it's wet. Not getting too much on there. I might have to go back into my embossing pad and push and roll. It's so crafty and scientific, isn't it? And then I'm going to heat it again. And watch it turn. And you can do as many as you want of these on here. You can just keep going back in and dipping. That's up to you. I like the way this makes it look. It's almost like a glass-like look with the paper. Okay. Now I'm going to leave it dry for a second. To get it off. I'm going to set that there to dry. So that's pretty cool. That's if you have embossing powder or any kind of embossing glitter or anything to that effect. And one of the last things I'm going to show you before I go on to show you what you can do with these is just regular scrapbook paper. And again, cut it. And if you want to save it for other things, just cut, you know, a piece of it off. I want to make this a big chunky one. Maybe this would be part of our big one, the main one. All right, let me read. Let's see. 34 viewers. I'm going to pee my pants. I swear to goodness. That's what she said. Okay, good here. No sound. Then it said down to load this. Now it's working. Oh, I'm glad, Rose. Hi, Rose. I didn't know. "34 viewers. I'm so excited. I don't know why I get so excited. I love when Annie and I do shows, and then I'm like, oh my goodness. Okay, so anyway. This is one I got on clearance, I believe. Because it was in my clearance pile in my room. And I'm just running the glue on it. And I'm going to use a knitting needle, or maybe I'll use this because a lot of people have paintbrushes. I don't know about knitting needles. Now I'm going to, because this is wider down here, I'm just going to kind of run it sideways a little bit too. And you can glue as you go too. But here we go. And we have it on there. And I just have it. And I'm rolling. And this is a thicker paper. So if you start doing it, and don't get frustrated, just work with it. Because these are organic. These are handmade. This is not bought in a store. If you want that, go to a store and buy your beads. This is just fun times. Fun times for all. Don't you understand? Okay. And I'm rolling. And you see, it's easier for me to roll towards me. Maybe for you, it's better if you roll away from you. I don't know. I don't live in your head. Sometimes on my YouTube, people will leave me comments or messages letting me know how they do things, and it's completely different than how I do it. But for them, it works. And I say, more power to you. You do what works. I can only do what I do. And I hope you guys try these. And I hope you guys tag me. And if they're better than mine, I don't care, because I'm just showing you how to do them. But I love seeing them. And like I said, use your imagination and just go crazy. Now I can feel I need a little bit. You'll feel when you need the more glue. And I'm just going to roll it. Not caring too much. Backing up. Putting it on. Putting it on. And I know I need some here. Push that on. Push in what I can. I always have a bead to throw away, like bead to cut off. I don't understand it. It's because I can't get it as tight as I want it to. But I don't care. So then there you have a big pink bead. What can we do with the pink bead? You know what else you can do? You can do some, this is pink. How about some Rub and Buff of Patina? And if you don't have Rub and Buff, oh, I didn't know that. If you don't have Rub and Buff, use paint. Use acrylic paint. I'm just going to take a little bit of this. It could be acrylic paint, whatever you have. And I'm just going to rub it on here. On camera, if I remember. And you'll just rub it on. And then I'm going to take a rag. Oh, that's my Okay, stay over there, please. And just give it a rub. Hence the rub and buff. So this is something else you can do. And they have all kinds of cool colors nowadays. And then I will try to find my scissors because I don't want to dig them. I'm not digging on this, so I'm going to cut that off to make it more that way. And just do a little bit more on the ends. Do we all just have like a thing of gold rub and buff laying around? Because these are old that I found that I must have bought years ago and not used. I don't know. But now I have this rub and buff left. Can it go back in there? This is how cheap I am. Get back in there, please. I'm just saying. Now I'll put the lid back on. This was patina, but you can use green paint. You can use whatever, purple paint, whatever you want. Because actually it kind of looks kind of purple on there, doesn't it? It does, even though it's green. And then I just rub it to buff it. And look how cool that looks. Oh my god, I love it. It's hard because it's hard for you guys to see in person. Like, it looks so cool in person. Like, it's really cool looking. I wish you could really see it. It is. It's awesome looking. And the last thing I'm going to try, let me just read these. Hi, Christina from Sweden. And Bridget. Okay. Alright, so, sorry, I'm just trying to get caught up in chat, but everybody's kind of answering questions and doing all that for me, so I love it, so I'm happy. Now, again, this is our tape. Hi, Crafting Tea. I did not say hello to you. This was just crafting tape. Martha Stewart brand. I'm not hawking her. I got it on a clearance. That's the only reason I got it. And I'm just going to cut like that. I just want to show you guys some different things that you can use because not everybody has everything. Now, I noticed, because I'm slow on the uptake, that the reason I'm getting a lot more of this sticking out is because this is a lot more wider, if that's a word or a phrase. So I kind of want to make that a little thinner, as they say. As I say when I look in the mirror. See, now I'll save these pieces and glue them on a mixed media background because they're tape, and that just comes off. And how exciting is that? It's very exciting. For me, anyway. So now you can take the tape off or you can't. I am. And I won't be saving this. Because I just don't need another thing to save. I'm going to take my paintbrush. I'm going to take my stickiness. Now this might stick to this. I don't know. Maybe I should use my knitting needle. Let's see. Because this is sticky on its own. Look how nice. It just sticks. It's a sticker. Now I'm going to start rolling. I got to turn it around so I can see it. I'm rolling. Now think of the washi tape you have to make smaller beads. Right? Right. See, I think it's just I'm wonky. I'm a wonky person, and when I wind it, I go wonky. which I don't think anybody's really surprised by that. Don't be wonky, just do it right. Can't you just do it right? And the more I try to fix it, the worse it gets. Anyway. Here we go. And then you have, if you can get it off. Yeah, it's coming. Dear God, I gotta get off the camera to pull this off. I don't need you to see my face going wrong. Okay. Whew. That was something. And then you have a cute little bead. And all that is tape. So think of your washi tape. And of course throw Mod Podge over it or whatever you want. Clear coat of acrylic. Thing, embossing powder, whatever. Very, very cool. So that is something else you can use. Something else that you can do is take a piece, and I'm not going to do it now because it's getting close to end time, and I'm sure you guys are so bored of watching me make beads. But something else you can do is take a piece of printer paper or cardstock and just randomly print on it, like I did with the paint. But just, I always have stamps sitting around. When you clean them off, have a piece of paper sitting next to you, and then just stamp on it. Stamp on both sides, and then set it aside, and then you can also make your beads out of that, and then put your glitter on it, your stickles, your paints, whatever you want to do. You decorate these whatever way you want to do. Oh, I see my Mod Podge lid is not on correctly, which means this big thing of Mod Podge will go bad if I don't fix it. Now, here we go. Here are a few of them. This is the one. I freaking love this one. It looks like stained glass almost. Maybe if I got on camera, you could see it. It is so cool looking. I would probably even dip it in one more time to get it a little bit thicker, because listen to it. It's hard. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I saw it in the thing and I was going to ignore it, but apparently I can't. I'm too childlike. So I would probably dip this one more time, or if you're putting Mod Podge on it, or whatever way that you're sealing it, put a couple coats. And that is the napkin, and that is absolutely delicious. That is deliciousness right there. I might even take a little gold paint. Oh, wait a minute. Just wait. I always have gold paint sitting here. Why isn't it? Okay. Wonder if we did this. I'm just going to take some gold paint. Wonder if we just kind of dip the edges in, right? I want it spread a little bit more though. Although that kind of looks like it's soldered. My Ustream keeps freezing. Okay, we're not clearing up here. Let's see if I can let you guys see that. Can you see the gold on the ends? Needs to be a little deeper. Oh, I love that. I just like having some of the gold on it, and I would take my finger and I would just like kind of very lightly run it just so it kind of has that on there. And you can still seal it with UT when you're done if you want to do another coat. Just wiping it off around and kind of bringing it through. So it has some sparkle. Okay. But can you see? Nope, you can't. It looks really, really cool with the gold. I can't stand that the camera just doesn't give them justice. Look. You sure in the hell can see my nasty fingers. Why not the pretty bead? But look how cool that is. Well, that's going on some. I'm going to have to put that on something. I have an idea. So you can put, you know, use acrylic paint. It doesn't matter, but I really like that one on that. Then we have I don't really use leather because I'm not really into leather, but I will say, I mean, I've made my son. I used to make my son necklaces all the time, and he always wanted the leather string with the certain beads. So I'm sure it would work well. You would just have to have leather glue. All right, so I'm going to take a head pin and just show you. Like for this one, now if you had nice beads, like I said, you took like I would do, well, this isn't gluing down there. Stay down there for just for a minute while I'm on camera. I would probably do gold with this, and you could put them on your head pins. And you just put them on head pins. Now this one's going to go through this head pin, so you need a smaller bead in there. And here is our black one. Like I said, you just mix them with other beads, smaller beads. And that is our black one with the puffy paint on it. Look how cool. Like my daughter would love a black one like that with those on it. Might have to make her one. And like I said, I'm going to do something on my YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to do it today or tomorrow, but that I have some things, some different ways I'm going to use these. So, and then here's our gold one with the glitter. With the glitter. Here is our notebook paper where my grocery list was on. And that has nothing on it but a coat of Mod Podge. That sealed it. That was Mod Podge on here that sealed it, and it sealed it, and it's, I don't know if you can hear it. It's hard. I would probably put one more coat on there, but it's sealed. These I would like a glossy on, but some people like matte, you know, like a matte finish. So tell them what you like. And then we have, I just have some string if you want to make a necklace out of it, or you can use the, speaking of leather, this is imitation leather. You can find this in any jewelry store and use this. You can use chain, which is what I wanted to show, how you could chain this up. Let's say we want to make this a bead. You just stick your thing in here. I'd put two smaller beads on each side that match. I'd probably make them out of the napkin themselves, or maybe do a black bead. And I didn't grab my things, my pliers. Why wouldn't I do that? I don't know. Anyway, I would make this into, please bear with me. I would, yeah, I'm going to be in so much pain later. Okay. Make it into a loop, much better with my beading pliers. And this would be what I would attach and make, and attach to a chain, or attach and make my own. Exactly, Elaine. You can put in metallic bead cores. I wasn't really going to go into the whole jewelry thing, but I wanted to say, I do make jewelry, so to use these, I mean, obviously the gold paint's still wet, but to use these, I thought I grabbed my pliers, but I didn't. You know, you could put beads on the ends, like stoppers. You could put the bead caps. You could do all kinds of cool things. Yeah, you can use crystal lacquer. Definitely. Oh, Dixie, you're absolutely right. After you get the Mod Podge on here, so I just wanted to show that, now I can't get it off, that, you know, you can definitely just chain these, make a bunch of these and chain them up and make a beautiful necklace, or put them on a piece of imitation leather, or you know, whatever you like to do. Whatever you like to string on. There's a million ways to make necklaces nowadays. And you just string them on. And I love them. And the different kinds you can make and the different things. And even with just regular printer paper, you don't have to have special paper. Or like just scrapbook paper that you have sitting around that you're just not really digging on. Or that you might get in a random act of kindness. Somebody sends you some paper. Use it. And like I said, this is one coat of Mod Podge. Imagine doing a couple coats on there and like you said, take a metallic Sharpie or a Sharpie and doodle on it, Zentangle on a big one. Do whatever. How cool. Still in all, I'll show you my favorite. And it's just because I like the color combination. But I love how this black and red one came out with the UT. I just love this look. I love black and red and white. Love it, love it, love it. So this absolutely is my favorite one. But they're all awesome in their own way. And like I said, to make mixed media, you can use it for that. You can use it, like I said, with your kids to play and have something to do. I know here the snow just doesn't want to stop. You know, you can make a little bracelet. You could do all kinds of cool things. You know? So, I hope that you guys learned, you know, just to play. That there is no right or wrong. There is, because there's so many things you can do with these. And, like I said, if you do have UT, you could put, like I said, I might even still put a couple more coats on this, and it makes it very glass-like looking. The napkins, I'm going to try the piece that I have sitting here. I want to try it without the paper on it. And just do the, I'm not going to bore you with that, but just try the napkin itself, not the white part underneath. Because most napkins come, I know this one does, it's just a matter of doing it. Especially when you're on camera. Anyway, most napkins, there we go. You have a back piece and your front piece. So if you pull your back piece off, you get an even more transparent piece of paper. So once I get all that white off, I'm going to try making the bead like that, because that's even going to be even more transparent than this one. So that'll be fun to try. So just use your, what do you put on the bead to adhere the UT so it sticks from melting? It's called, that's called Perfect Medium. I'm trying to think like of a name of a company. I don't know, but this is Perfect Medium from Ranger. It's by the ink pads where the embossing stuff is, and they have all kinds of different brands and cheaper, expensive. All they are is a ink pad with nothing in it but really glue, or the Frugal Crafter said glycerin. She uses glycerin, so I have a dry ink pad that I'm waiting because I'm going to try with the glycerin. But that's all it is a sticky substance that you stamp down and then you can emboss with. Versamark has one. What's it called? Color Box has one. StazOn has one. This right here, Perfect Medium's used for perfect pearls. Does anybody know what perfect pearls are? If you know what perfect pearls are, that's what I bought these for. And I was going to bring them out and use them too. But I hate using a lot of different products. I kind of like keeping it kind of basic, and then because some people don't have, you know, certain things. So if I teach you the basics and then you have perfect pearls, or you have glitter, or you have embossing powder, or you have UT, you know, embossing powder, clear embossing powder, then you can then go on from there. Oh, I love the cracked glass technique. I did that on an ATC card. I love it. Yeah, perfect pearls are beautiful. But I didn't want to bring them out, like I said, because for people who don't have them, um, you've used perfect pearls in... You can use perfect pearls in tons of stuff. Tons and tons of stuff. But all this is a clear, it's sticky. It's a stickiness. So that whatever you put in it sticks. So if I would put, let's do this. Let's do this embossing powder that's like a glittery thing, and let's see what it looks like on this one, since it's bigger, just so you can, or I could do it on a flower maybe. Let's do it on a flower. One second. Okay, I'm just going to take this flower and I'm going to stick it here. And I'm going to, or you could tap the pad on the flower itself. It does not matter. And it gives it this, let's see if you can see it. It gives it, can you see, like, it gives it like a, it's almost like a glue, like a shine to it. Because it's adding like a glue to it, basically. A stickiness. I don't know if it's a glue. It's a resist. Now I'll take my flower and pour my embossing glitter. Oh my god, like I have never seen them. Oh dear jeez, oh Pete's. What on earth am I doing? Okay. We're okay. Alright then. Look, back in. Back in. So what it essentially did... Okay. Alright then. Woo! Some things I shouldn't be allowed to touch. So what it essentially did was make that stick to this flower. So now you can see, like, it looks like there's glitter on there. So now I'm going to emboss it. I'm going to stick it down on my... You want a heat-proof mat. You want something to kind of hold it so it doesn't move. And then you hit your heat gun on it. And it melts it. And then I'll show you the difference. Look, well, it's flying away. Woo! Burning. Just give me a minute, I'll pick it up in a minute. Okay. Now, it looks like this. Now, I happen to like the first one better, but it gives it a whole other look. And what else I like to do, which I don't have any here, but I like to, once it's heated, right when it's done heating, I like to stamp in it to give it texture. But you can see this embossing powder. I don't know how well you can see the color. It's like very red and glittery. Gives you this very cool looking. And it looked basically like this when we started. So this is a really awesome color, really awesome piece, like, you know, so that's like what embossing is. You can do, I mean, there's millions. I have, you know, you can get copper, you can get the UT, like I said, the UT comes in I have bronze and copper and red and clear, and now I have iridescent, so they're great to use. You can use them in your hot pot melt thing, the Ranger triangle-y melty pot thing, and all that kind of stuff. So you can't use a hair dryer. It has to be a heat gun when you emboss because the heat has to be very high. No, you don't have to emboss. But what I probably would do is I would take this and I would mix it with a little bit of white school glue or gel medium or Mod Podge, just a little bit, and then paint it on what you want it on, because this is embossing powder, so it's meant to stick to something. So you need something to make it stick, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Perfect Pearls is a iridescent medium. It doesn't it doesn't emboss. It just puts on. Yeah, no, Perfect Pearls doesn't emboss. You use it, you stamp on it. You use this to stamp, and then you take your Perfect Pearls on a brush. Yeah, they're mica powder. And then you'll take your brush and go over where you stamped, and the Perfect Pearls will stick to that. And they have beautiful colors. Yeah, Versamark's one that you can get that's like I said, there are a million. Like if you go by the embossing powders, where the glitter is and all that kind of thing, you will find so many different brands of mediums that you can use rather than just the Ranger one. There's so many. So, all right. Oh yeah, you can use twinkling H2Os on your paper and roll it. You can use watercolor. You can use that one paper was just leftover like paint that I had used. You can use anything. Paper towel. I mean, really, it depends on how much you want to play and how much you want to do. You can put molding paste on it. You can put glazing medium on it. You can put what's it called? Crackle Accents by Ranger, or Inkessentials rather, and coat that on there, and then it cracks, and then you can then you can antique it and get these cracks, and I mean, it's really, really cool. Perfect Pearls are mica powder. No, my heat gun I got at the craft store. It's from Marvy. It is an embossing heat tool, and I don't know if I can get it up. It's just a regular little heat tool. I used my coupon. I got it for like maybe $15, $9. I don't even remember. This is like my third one. I go through them really fast. As a matter of fact, I went to Harbor Freight the other day because I bought, which I'm so excited about. I bought so I can do silver soldering and all that kind of stuff for jewelry. And they had a heat gun there, but it was like wicked hot heat gun. I don't even know what somebody would use that hot of a heat gun for. But this is just a cheap one. You use your coupon at AC Moore or Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby. Hi, Phoebe. Yeah, Stickles is like glitter, and let me show you what it looks like. I shall show you. I will bring the camera down one more time. Stickles, though, one thing about Stickles, it'll stay more dimensional. So it's like this, and let's see if I can get any out. So you can do, yep, let's see if I can get any out. Yeah, thank you, Annie. I can't remember how much they sell for. I think I got mine for like 10 bucks or something like that. Or maybe 11. Nikki's here. Hey, Nikki, I didn't even see you guys. I can't believe how many people I've had today. Holy cannolis. What was your question, Pat? I'm sorry if I missed it. All right. We're just wanting this to come out. So that's that damn Tim Holtz Ranger. And why? All right, let me try to get it down here first. All right, I'm not using you. I'm getting another one. Just 1 minute. He does not want to play friendly. All right, this is a distressed one, but okay. So you see how it comes out in like a kind of like 3D-ish? So you can do dots. And then it'll dry like that. Oh no, I got it. I just had to get another one. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Matter of fact, Pat, I'll do that real quick to show you. So that would be what the stickles are from, who makes them? Tim Holtz, of course. So they dry like that. Or I like to take my paintbrush. It depends on what I'm doing. And I like to just use them as glitter. So you can really, they're versatile in that way. But you can just buy glitter glue, which is so much, you get so much more and so cheaper, I think. See what I'm saying? So you can have dimension if you're doing hair or whatever, or you can just make it like you're doing that. All right, now let's do a bead. Let's do this. We'll do this bead because it's big enough. I shall move in a tad bit. Okay. And we will, come on, baby, work for mommy. Now let's take some glue. You want white glue? I'll just use school glue. I'm just going to use school glue, but you can use Mod Podge, whatever you want. I'm going to squirt a little bit here. I'm gonna pick a glitter. Let's pick a dark one. I'll pick this blue color. And pour a little bit in. Now you can do chunky glitter. I mean, there's so many different kinds of glitter out there. Real chunky glitter would look cool. This is a finer glitter, and then just mix it. Bring all that glitter goodness back in there. And you make it as glittery as you want it. You want more glitter? Do more glitter. You want to mix colors? Mix colors. It don't matter. Alright, so now I have my glitter glue. And I'm going to put it on my brush, and I'm going to brush. And this also seals it as well. And you just paint it on everywhere. You'll be much more, you know, better aware. Now, something that might not interest you, but it interests me, is I love texture. So something that I would do, I won't do it on this one. I like putting the heat gun on these things when I use different glues and letting it bubble up and get all kinds of really cool texture, and then going over it again because I love texture. And don't forget your little ends on the ends. You can definitely make your own glitter glue. You don't need to go out and buy anything. And I'm just going to leave that sit there for a minute. And if you want to get it in the crevices and all, you know, you just be a little bit more careful. And then just to see what it's like, look how cool it is. And I'll hold this up in a minute. And can you see? Now remember, white school glue, Mod Podge, all that dries clear. So it's going to dry clear. Just like this did. This is, you know what I mean? This is going to dry clear. So will this. And you have a beautiful, so you don't have to go out and spend all kind of money to do these things. That's why I wanted to be as frugal as I could in showing you, like, you know, not getting into as much the perfect pearls and all the things that you can do, because I don't know what you guys have. The UT is really fun, and a lot of us do have a heat gun, and if you just buy the clear even, I mean, you can color it if you want to color it. Yeah, I love glitter. And you know what the fun thing is that when you're doing glue like we just did on here, glitter glue, and I'm just going to hit it with the heat gun real quick, but not long, just so it dries. You can then make it blow away like you're a goofball. You can then, okay, I got to put my thing on there because, you know, my brain. Nobody said when they give you beauty and big boobs that you have brains. I'm just saying. Not here. When you're doing specific beads or a project, you know, you can then make your own colors of glitter. Now I'm going to do this side. I don't, what the heck is this pink thing I picked up from my mat? Oh, I'm just so joyous. So yeah, you definitely can use your regular glitter and glue and make up your own thing. And as you can see, can you see how it did it? And it's not all the way dry yet, but, and like I said, you'll do it a bit better. Now this side's much thicker because I want to show you my bubble technique. Let's see if it's still wet enough to do the bubble technique. Or maybe it'll just catch on fire. No, it's not. I don't have enough glue on there. Anyway. That's me. Okay, figures. But anyway, you can see. And then I would seal it one more time with your Elmer's glue or your Mod Podge. I used Elmer's glue for this, but you can use your Mod Podge or whatever. And then just seal it again, even though the glitter is sealed in there. I mean, that glitter is not coming off, so, because you used the glue. But yeah, so you can definitely, you know, do it thinner than I did, but I want you guys to see, you know, there are so many, I mean, you guys, I can't even read. Did you look by the Tim Holtz stuff, Ranger stuff, Phoebe? Oh, I have glow-in-the-dark paint, too. I can't, oh my God, it's 2:30. I've had you guys here an hour and a half. I am so sorry. Anyway, I can go on forever. But, so yeah, you can definitely use your own glitter and glue. And like I said, be more, you know, I just kind of slapped it on there and so you guys could really see it. It also gives a great texture like you did UT on it. Like you did use embossing on it. Let's see if we can get it in clear. You know, and then you put a coat of Mod Podge or glue over that. So, I mean, there's so many things you can do with these. Alright. I don't think I need to be that close up, did I? Good Lord, have mercy. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know what, Phoebe? Ask somebody there. Because they have it. And they have it in several colors. But I do think, like, she's right that it is on the lower shelves. Yeah, by the heat guns. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Any questions? I mean, did you find it fun? Did you find it? I mean, like I know, like Jackie. I don't know the rest of you who do homeschooling, but I mean, sometimes when you have kids at home and there's the weekend or whatever, like it's something really fun to do. Not only as an adult to make art and to make jewelry and to, I mean, like I said, something like these or I'm just the Ustream's not being really friendly today. Or something just by using regular notebook paper that you can make these. If you could see it. Wah, wah, wah. Anyway, I showed it before. It's getting on my nerves. Please stop. Um, it's fun just to play with the kids and just to see what they come up with and what they do with them. Did I do it justice? Just tell me if I did it justice. Like, did you watch it and think this was like a total waste of time, or did you just learn something and think, all right? And this is just a poll I like to do just because Annie and I really enjoy doing live shows, and we really put, ourselves into it. We love all of you guys and everybody who comes, and we do night shows for people who can't make it during the day, and the day shows are for people who can't come at night, and we really try to make it accessible for everyone and to make it not like you have to have very expensive products to do anything. This is fun stuff you could do at home and adapt to your style and your life and that kind of thing. Does that make sense? And I mean, if you guys are like me or Annie, and you saw Annie's little baggie of her little papers, you know that we all have papers sitting around when you're doing a project, whether you're doing mixed media, scrapbooking, whatever you choose, whatever you do, we all have papers sitting around. And if you don't, to take a piece of paper out of a notebook or a piece of printer paper and make your own to make your beads, it's, you know what I mean? It's just fun. It's awesome. Sometimes it's mindless when you are not feeling well or you want to just sit and kind of create and not really have to think. I mean, you could put molding paste on these and let it dry and give them design, like give them texture, and oh, the stuff you can do. I was going to do fabric beads today too, and I thought, okay, I'll wait, and that might be down the road. But yeah, fabric beads I was going to do too because I have so much fabric. And but I thought I would just start with this. Yeah, junk mail, absolutely, Pat. Polymer clay, hello. Yes, of course you, Lindsay, you did. Lindsay Crafts. That's awesome. I can't wait to see them. Well, yeah, because sometimes people don't like the wrapped look on the bead itself. Do you know what I mean? Like, because, you're wrapping it and there's things. So if you go over, I mean, just like we did with the glue with the glitter in it, if you go over it with molding paste, even if you put a little stencil on it or you just dab it on, whatever you do, cover it and then draw in it, shapes, whatever, you're giving it such cool texture. And then you can paint it and antique it and Oh, make it look faux silver, faux gold, copper, whatever you want to do. Hershey's wrappers, exactly. Well, mine soaked up the UT a little bit, but I like that look. Did you hit the heat gun with it yet? And your UT, remember, my UT, I use the heck out of it, so it's about dry. I love to sew. Love to sew. I love to make quilts and dolls and sew and crazy quilts and love it. I have so much fabric, I had to have him shove everything in my closet. We will have a sewing. I will have to do a basic sewing class. Not class, but live show or videos or something for basic sewing. All right, thank you so much, Pat, for coming. I'm gonna get ready to shut my recording off and end my recording. So I want to thank everybody. I think this was my highest numbers today. I am beyond blessed. You guys are so awesome. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I hope next time you will join me. Annie will be live this Thursday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. And Annie, can you guys put in your links? All of you put in your links. If you have a YouTube, if you have a Etsy, whatever you have, put in your links so everybody can see them. And Annie will be live Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then the following Monday, I will be live at 9 p.m. Eastern. And she will be 1 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday. Bye, Rose. Thank you so much for coming. So, I am just beyond blessed. Annie and I are so thankful for you all. Each time we do a live show, I think both of us think maybe one person or two people will show up, and one of them will be one of us. And we have been beyond surprised and blessed, and the love that you guys give us. And I just want to thank you from both of us. And we got a lot of fun things coming up. So I will see you again Thursday at 1 p.m. Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Annie's channel, Corner of the Bedroom Studios. And then I will see you personally next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. There's her Corner of the Bedroom. Yep, Corner of the Bedroom Studios on Ustream. And put in your YouTube, Annie. And Annie has a great YouTube. I don't know if you guys are subbed to hers. Mine is Knitting and Things, all one word. I believe hers is Corner of the Bedroom Studios as well on YouTube. I'm glad you would, Marilyn. I appreciate it. We both appreciate it so much. And if ever you guys have suggestions, let us know. We write them down. We put them in our log of things to do. Bridget, thank you so much for coming. Yes, Lindsay Crafts. You can find her on YouTube. Look for that name on everywhere. Okay, if you Google Corner of the Bedroom Studios, you will find Annie everywhere. Plus, I will be putting her YouTube on my Facebook page also for people, because I have a lot of new people who have friended me, so they can do her. There you go, Jackie. Woohoo! Alright guys, so peace out. As always, be kind to each other, because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much. You guys made my day. And I will see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And I will see you this Thursday at Annie's show at 9 p.m. Eastern at Corner of the Bedroom Studios here on Ustream. And have a great day. And if you got snow last night like we did, be safe. Bye guys.